Hi there and welcome to our video on how to trade at gateio. After watching this video, you will know everything you need to know on how to trade at gateio, covering topics from spot and futures trading, market and limit orders, take profit and stop loss setting, leverage and much more. I'm Jonas, co-founder and CEO of Hoc-trade, your AI-powered trading assistant for active traders. I guide you through the video with plenty of real trades for you to follow. We will cover quite a few things in this video, so feel free to jump to the chapter which interests you the most. If you are a new trader at gateio, it will be best to watch the whole video from the beginning, as we will cover quite a lot of basics on how to trade at gateio. First, we will cover spot trading and execute an example market order. Second, we will execute a futures trade with a limit order. Third, I will show you how to adjust your leverage in futures trading. Fourth, we set a take profit and a stop loss. Fifth, we have a look on how to execute a coin margin versus a USD margin trade. And last, I show you how to reconcile all your past trades by looking at the order history at gateio. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. I am here logged into my gateio account, and first we want to perform a spot trade. Spot trade means you exchange one currency for another currency. We have some USDT on the account, and let's say I would like to buy some Bitcoin with it. If you want to transfer crypto from or to gateio, we have made a separate video on it. I link it up here for you and also put the link down below in the description. In the upper navigation bar, we find the Trade tab here and select Spot. This brings us to the trading page. As a first step, we will find the correct trading pair we want to trade. As said, we want to buy Bitcoin with our USDT. We find the search navigation here on the left by clicking on the currently selected trading pair. Make sure USDT is selected and search for BTC. Make sure to select the BTC-USDT pair and not the USD pair. There is quite some information on this page, but it is actually quite easy. So let's go step by step. Let's have a look at the right here at the trade input mask. We want to perform a spot trade, and spot should be selected already. We want to buy Bitcoin with a market order first, so we make sure market order is selected here. We will do a limit order later on when trading futures. For a market order, you buy the Bitcoin at the best available price, while in a limit order, you specify for which price you would buy the Bitcoin. And the trade will only get executed if someone else is willing to trade with you at the price you specified. The fees for those different orders differ a lot, either being the maker or the taker on the trade. As this is so important and can have such a big effect on your performance, we also made a separate video on it. Again, I'll link it here and put the link in the description. Now, let's say we want to buy Bitcoin for 5 USDT. We go to the amount field here, change it to total and type in the amount 5. Make sure buy is selected up here. The last thing to do now is click on buy BTC. Confirm order, and you may have to type in your trading password. That's it. We've bought the Bitcoin through a spot market order. Because it was a market order, it is directly executed. What is also interesting to see here is the fees we paid for this trade. To see it, we scroll down and go to the Trade History tab. We can see the market order we just executed and can also see the fees for this transaction. It is low as we just swapped $5 US, but for larger trades it can be significant amounts. Spot taker trades are charged at 0.2% right now at gateio in the lowest tier, which is medium to high compared to other exchanges in the lowest exchange tier. You can find a detailed analysis on the fees and tier levels at gateio up here, and I also put the link down below in the description. We deep dive into the fees both for spot and futures trading as well as for large and low volume traders. As a second step, let's perform a usd-m futures trade now with a limit order. In order to trade futures at gateio, we go to the Derivatives tab in the upper navigation and select Perpetual Futures and then usd-m. I'll show you later how to trade CoinM futures as well. Just as before, we select the correct trading asset first. In our case, the BTC-USDT Perpetual. The page looks a little different to the spot trading page, but the info is pretty much the same, and I guide you through it step by step. Click on the trading pair, make sure usd-m is selected and find the Bitcoin one. If you want to trade either spot or futures at gateio, I'll put you an exclusive special sign-up link in the comments, which will give you a 25% bonus off your fees for both spot and futures trading if signing up through that link. Yes, really 25%. Okay, so let's perform a usd-m maker trade, so through a limit order. We have already selected the correct trading pair for our usd-m trade. As we want to perform a limit order, we have to specify a price and amount of Bitcoin we want to buy at this price. Let's say we want to buy 0.001 Bitcoin, so going long. When trading futures, we could also short sell Bitcoin. We would just have to click the sell short button down here instead of the open buy long button later. In US dollar, this 0.001 Bitcoin buy is actually more than we have on the wallet, but as we can use up to 100 times leverage with the current settings, we can perform trades much larger than our margin. Now we have to specify a price we're willing to buy the 0.001 Bitcoin for. For this example, we set it just below the current market price, so hopefully it will be executed soon. The last step is now to click on Buy Long, Confirm. You may have to enter your trading password again and wait for our trade to be executed. You can see down here that our order is now listed in the Open Order tab at the bottom of the page. If we want, we could adjust by clicking on the price or the quantity or cancel this order here as well. Now, our order is executed and we can see it here under Positions. As this is just for showcasing, we can actually choose now how to close this order. We could either close it through another limit order, so specifying the price again, or close it through a market order, meaning it is executed right away. Let's close it with a market order. To do so, we just click on the market button, confirm, and done, our order is closed. Next, let's have a look how we can adjust our leverage at gateio. To do so, we take a look at the trade input mask again. To adjust our leverage, we just click on cross here, where you see your current leverage for short and long trades. This pops up this window and we can adjust the leverage with this slider. You can choose to adjust the leverage both for cross and isolated margin trades. Leverage decides how much margin we need to open the position. Margin here means that in order to buy or sell a token worth $100 for example, you would need $1 as margin or collateral in order to execute this trade in case using 100 times leverage. If you do not have enough margin anymore, your trade will be automatically liquidated. Currently, for gateio futures, you can use up to 100 times leverage for USDT futures, which is quite high compared to other exchanges. In point 4 of this video, let's have a look at setting a take profit and stop loss for your trade. This is extremely important for traders as it guards you from large losses. Good traders always know how much they would be willing to lose at max with a trade, and this will decide their stop loss. By setting one, they make sure that they are not going to lose more. Absolutely critical in good risk and money management system. The Hoc-trade AI even has a dedicated analysis how well you set your take profits and stop losses, and checks if you could on average improve your performance in case you set them a bit tighter or further away. Hoc-trade is actually designed for traders with a bit of experience already, which really want to deep dive in their trading, find improvement potentials towards profitability and take their trading to the next level. However, we also encourage new traders to start tracking their trading behaviors right from the beginning, as it makes their learning process much more efficient. As an active trader, there are many biases, emotions, and traps you may tap into, leading to continuous trading losses. This is where our AI for behavioral trading analytics comes into play. So you exactly understand what type of trading behaviors you have that keep making you losses, but also understand in what type of situations you gain on average. You may overtrade your account, not being able to focus on your current position, open revenge trades after a loss, so trying to make up your losses very quickly without having a clear mind again when entering the market, or keep trading during very high market volatility, which is very difficult, while you actually make good profits during low volatility. Those and the 40 plus other patterns the Hoc-trade AI already identified in the masses of trading data are pretty common, but only a few traders actually know about and work on them to improve their trading. Many traders rather tend to try finding a better indicator or signal provider, but trading success is actually much more about yourself, your behaviors, and your emotions. If you're interested, feel free to join our Discord server. All information and updates about Hoc-trade will be there. You can ask questions and discuss with our community of traders. The link is in the description of this video. Now back to setting your take profit and stop loss at gateio. The trading software of gateio is actually very intuitive when it comes to setting your take profit and stop loss compared to other exchanges. If we have a look at the trade input mask again, we can select the TPSL. Like this, we can right away set the take profit and stop loss before even entering the trade. You can choose whether to set your take profit and stop loss here for a long or short trade by clicking on the L and S. We can add a take profit and a stop loss to an ongoing current position as well. If you have a trade that is not yet executed, you can add another limit order to your designated take profit and stop loss level in the opposite direction with the same trade size. Or you just delete your current order and add a new one including the take profit and stop loss. To add a take profit or stop loss to an already executed order, you can go to the Positions tab, click that little pen and add it directly. We could also set a trigger order by selecting the conditional option here. So our take profit and stop loss can be executed as a market order instead of a limit order by clicking on the market sign here. But this is more advanced and beyond the content of this video. If you are interested in some of the more advanced trading at gateio, also discussing the upsides and downsides, for example, of stop loss and take profit with trigger orders as market versus limit orders or anything else, let us know down in the comments. We would love to hear the content you are interested in. Point 5 of this video is about coin margin versus USD margin trades at gateio. So far we have performed USD margin trades, so let's have a look how we can perform coin margin trades. The difference between USD margin and coin margin futures is their base currency. Coin margin futures are settled in their base currency. So in case of a Bitcoin perpetual, this is Bitcoin. Trading a Bitcoin coin margin future, you can just hold Bitcoin in your account and use this as your collateral. If you are bullish on Bitcoin long term and would like to hold this as your collateral, this might be the better option for you. On the other hand, USD margin futures are settled in US dollar. Note that the market depth and volume of coin margin futures is oftentimes lower though. Nevertheless, coin margin futures have their upsides. So let's have a look how you can perform trades in those. To trade them at gateio, we go back to the trading pair navigation here on the top left and find the btc-m category. If we want to trade Bitcoin, we choose the Bitcoin perpetual here below. Note that gateio does not offer many options for coin M trades currently. Right now, I do not have any Bitcoin on my derivatives account, but in the spot trade we bought some earlier too, so let's transfer it to our futures wallet. To do so, we click on Wallet on the top right here, Fund Management and then Transfer. We want to send the Bitcoin from our spot wallet to our perpetual futures wallet. We click on Transfer All down here and hit Confirm. We go back to the derivatives, perpetual and btc-m. As you can see, now we have Bitcoin available here. The process to trade CoinM futures is pretty much the same as in the USD margin futures. We can select limit or spot order, enable stop loss and take profits. The only difference is that we have contracts here in the quantity field as default option. One contract for BTC is $1 US. For this example, let's have another market order and short sell $10 US worth of Bitcoin, or 10 contract size. We will click sell, short, confirm, and we're in the trade. I close it right away again with another market order by clicking market. Whether trading coin margin or USD margin futures is a preference and may be influenced by your trading strategy. Personally, I trade more USD margin futures as it's easier in handling and usually volume, market depths and spreads are better. But this depends on the trader. You know now how to trade both. Last but not least, let's reconcile the trades we just did and see where you can find all the information on your past trades. In order to do so, we click on the order field on the top right. Select classic account and then choose perpetual futures orders. Make sure order history is selected here on the left. Here we can see all the futures trades we just did. For example, also the BTC USDT CoinM trade with 0.001 BTC size earlier. If you click on the trade, further info will show up. What is especially interesting in this view is that we can also see the fees we paid for those trades. As already touched upon earlier in this video, the fees can make quite a big difference for traders, oftentimes deciding whether a trader is profitable or not. The fees among exchanges differ significantly, so traders should always be aware of how much fees they actually pay and whether they could save fees. With so many exchanges and different fee levels in all the tier levels, a manual comparison is pretty much impossible. So it's best to use a tool such as Dr. Fee. Here you can just enter your trading volume in spot and futures, your share of maker and taker trades, your balance and holding of the native exchange token, and within a few seconds see exactly how much fees you would pay for those trades at all the large exchanges. Even in an example like this, with only $200,000 US spot volume and $2 million US futures volume, mostly still being in the lowest tier level at the exchanges, the savings add up to many thousand US per year. In this example, the trader would pay more than $18,000 US per year in fees at Bitfinex, while only paying roughly $9,400 at Crypto.com. If you want to check your own fees as well, I'll put the link to dr-fee.com also down below in the description. Alright, if you think you got some valuable information from this video, we would highly appreciate if you leave us a like and subscribe to our channel. We continue to develop lots of content for traders, both beginners and advanced traders. If you have things that interest you, leave us a comment. We are happy to take your suggestions for additional videos. Thanks for watching, stay safe and happy trading! Please be aware that we at Hoc-trade are no financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purpose only.